Man, NFL draft started last night. It was a good draft. It was a good draft, man. There's a lot of good talent going away, man. I like the congrats the NFC East showed off last night, man. They got some good picks last night. Man. But we all know, I'm here this morning to go through the draft. A recap of last night's draft process. Number one, Raiders. Of course, they picked Fernando Mendoza. Everybody knew that was coming. That pick was already in before the draft even started. Right after the NCAA tournament, pretty much, championship game, much. That's a good pick. They needed a quarterback. They needed somebody to start with, man. They needed a quarterback. They needed a captain. They needed a ringleader, man. Who's going to be the captain of their ship, and that was Fernando Mendoza. To me, he reminds me of a Joe Burrow. I heard a couple of commentators last night. He had a couple of comparisons to like Eli Manning and somebody else. They said, but I like the Joe Burrow comparisons for myself. That's just my personal opinion. I think he's going to be all right. I think he can make every throw. And the crazy part is he's mobile, just like Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow is mobile. Joe Burrow can run a little bit when he wants to. Not a running quarterback, he's mobile. So I like that pick for the Raiders. You need to start somewhere. Now they just need to work on the offensive line. Definitely need to work on the offensive line. Next we got number 2 pick. The New York Jets. They picked David Bailey. They picked David Bailey over Arvell Reese and all that. And David Bailey is a little bit older than Arvell Reese. They picked the older guy. They picked the older guy who had, I think, was a top 2 or 1 edge rusher in the nation last year. I think he led the nation in sacks, if I'm not mistaken. He led the nation in sacks. So they went with the older guy because I said they compare him to more of a Micah Parsons type guy. No, that's Arvell Reese. But David Bailey is more of an edge rusher than Arvell Reese. Arvell Reese is more of a hybrid. And I get it. Arvell Reese, he can play the linebacker spot and the edge rusher. And I guess they wanted a pair pass rusher. And I'm okay with that. Hey, how you doing? How y'all doing? Hey, if you just enter in the chat, we please like and subscribe. We're talking about I'm getting a nice little recap of last night's NFL draft. But yeah, they got David Bailey. Like I said, I think he's about like 22, 23 years old. I don't mind the pick. Now, hopefully he could translate that edge rushing ability from college to the NFL. He's a big boy, man. He's a big boy. And mind you, the Jets had 2 picks. And they had 2 picks in this first round. So I mean, you know, only weakness this man got is he's not a complete defender. He struggles a little bit in run defense. But some believe that he can be a run defender as well, not just an edge rusher. So I mean, you know, I believe that too. He's on a great defense last year at Texas Tech. I'm good. How are you? How everybody doing, man? How everybody doing? Next, we got the Arizona Cardinals. Now, this was a surprising pick for me. Well, not really surprising. It was a couple of rumors that the Arizona Cardinals was gonna pick him. But Jeremiah Love, I think he's probably like the number 1 or 2 best prospect in this draft, behind Fernando Mendoza. That is me personally. He probably number 1 for me. But did Arizona Cardinals really need a running back right now? I felt like they had bigger needs than the running back spot, but I guess they want the best prospect, and that is Jeremiah Love. And I don't mind it. Because they did resign old boy back. I thought Connor. They signed Connor back, but he's not gonna be that long. They only signed him to a 1-year deal. I'm going to work, my man. I'm going to work. It's Friday. Happy Friday. But yeah, Jeremiah Love, I said Connor not gonna be there after this year. So I mean they had to get the stable point. They won the run game. Now they just need to get a quarterback. And I'm hearing rumors that they just gonna wait till next year to try to find a quarterback. Everybody for the next year's draft class. Okay, cool, fine, dandy. Can they find one this year? Maybe. But I mean, you know, they ain't gonna. I mean, this year they probably gonna take another year off. hopefully, Arizona Cardinals have still been competing. They did fire their coach, so I mean they're on a complete rebuild. It is what it is. But I like the pick though. Even though I would have loved to see him at probably like, sorry to say it, like the Giants or maybe the Titans. The Titans need that's a bigger need for them. I mean, you know, hey, it is what it is. That's a good pickup for them. They got an 8-letter. He's probably the best spot he can run. He can catch. He run a 4.340. So he's a game breaker. He had 18 runs for 10 touchdowns last year, and that's only behind Saquon Barkley in NCAA history. Come on now. How you doing? How you doing? I do remember your name, boss man. I do remember your name. I haven't been on here in a while, man. I've been focused on schoolwork and other things, man. But everything been good. But I definitely remember your name. I appreciate you. You've been loyal. I appreciate you, man, for coming back. But now we're on to the Tennessee Titans. Now this is the pick I didn't like. They picked Cornell Tate. No, don't get it mixed up. I like Cornell Tate, but I don't think he's the best wide receiver in this draft. I thought Jordan Tyson was. I had Jordan Tyson, and then I had him. Then I had Bakar Lemon. But I don't think the Titans needed a wide receiver. I thought they should have had, like I said, if Jeremiah Love was on the board, I thought they should have picked him, or they should have went O-line or cornerback. But choosing Cornell Tate at 4, I didn't like it. They didn't need him. So I get that was a bad pick for me. For them, anyway. Like I said, Cornell Tate, I think he's going to be a good number 2 in the league. I don't see him as a number 1. Because he got weaknesses. He's a good route runner. But his release point, when it comes to come out of his releases, are terrible. They are terrible. It needs to improve. And which, like I said, these are all coachable. Facts. Hey, like I said, I remember you, big dog. Facts, man. But he lacks explosive. He's not that fast. So, I mean, he don't got that breakaway speed. And, like, he just, like, I thought he's going to be a good number 2 in this league. But, I mean, you know, hey, like I said, I don't like the pick, man. Next, we got the New York Giants. Now, this is the pick I love. New York Giants had 2 picks in the first round and in the top 10 at that. And they got like probably a top 5 player in the draft, Arvell Reese. Arvell Reese is the hybrid. He can play linebacker and he can play edge. He ran a 4.440. These Ohio State boys came to play this year, man. They got speed and size. Now, this is like what John Harbaugh need. About to, if you remember those Raven defenses, he always had guys that can run lateral and they can play like hybrid positions. They can play either or positions, man. And I love this pick for them, man. I love this pick for John Harbaugh ready Giants team. And the boy's only 20 years old, so he got a lot of potential. He has a lot of potential, man. He has a lot of potential. So that was like I get it, a letter A, and this is the guy they compared to Michael Parsons. This is the guy they compared to Michael Parsons, man. And this boy is a big boy, 6'3", 6'4" as well. Like I said, Ohio State has some big boys in this draft, man. They have some big boys. Mind you, it's not the only pick. The only reason he had is projected. He had as an edge defender, despite limited experience. They're concerned about his experience. Concerned about his experience, and he says he need working his hip tightness. He working his hip rotation, man. That's all coachable and stuff that we can get right, man. And poor vision and coverage. So I mean, you know, he not like one of the covering hybrid guys. So I mean, I get it, but that can be learned too. So if you learn to be a cover guy, this man's gonna be one of the best in the league. Hey, have a good day, man. Have a good day. Have a good day, man. But if you learn to get his covering skills up, he's gonna be all right. He's gonna be all right. Next, we got Kansas City Chiefs. Now, this is the pick that I thought was a reach. This is a need for them. This is a big need because they traded away their best corner, and Trent McDuffie. Kansas City Chiefs. They pick Mansour Delaney out of LSU. Delaney is 1 year at LSU. He's a great cover guy. He can play man or zone. His best trait is his best attribute. He can play. He's a good man cover. He play a little bit. He's okay at zone, but he can play both of though. But I feel like this was the I feel like he would have fell to them. But then again, he might have had. I felt like the Cowboys was going to pick him up, so maybe they did need to move up a little higher. Maybe they did, but I mean, move up all the way to 6 to give it like 3 picks. Now I don't agree with that. Sorry. Maybe 2 more spots. Maybe. Hold on. What was that? 7? Oh, what was that? 8? I feel like they can move up a spot maybe to get them, but I mean, I feel like it kind of reached, but they needed them though. They drafted a big need. Cause they traded away Trent McDuffie. Crazy part is this is not the first time trading away one of their star guys. Remember they traded away Marcus Peterson back in the day. So you know, hey, they felt like they can do better. They feel like they're not going to pay corners. Obviously. Cause did they not pay Ladarius Sneed when he had that Pro Bowl year a couple years ago? Yeah. So obviously Andy Reid don't like paying corners. It is what it is. He like getting them on rookie deals. It is what it is though. He hybrid because he used to play safety. I love the pick. Another great pick by NFC East team, and like I said at the beginning of the video, the NFC team showed off last night, man. They showed off. There was great picks last night. It was no reaching. They picked what for needs, and they needed a linebacker because, for one, Bobby Wagner's getting old. I don't think he's signed back yet, but he's getting old. I think they lost him, if I'm not mistaken. Don't get me twisted. They needed a linebacker though, plain and simple, man. And if they need him be, they can move to the safety, man. And he got the speed to cover anybody. So you're not running away from this guy, man. You're not running away from this guy. Let's see his main weaknesses. He tends to be overly aggressive. Reading the run keys. He can still add play strength and continue maturing physically. So I mean, that's the only weakness. That's the only weakness this man got. I love it. Like I said, congrats to the Commanders, man. That was a great pickup, man. Great pickup right there. I had them picking Jordan Tyson. I didn't see Jordan Tyson getting that. One, they needed another wide receiver. They needed more weapons for kind of more offense. And for that for the new what's his name, Tyler Schultz. I like him as a quarterback. He showed promise last year, end of the year. A mobile quarterback that can make every throw on the field. Now you got him and Chris Olave, and then they picked up Travis Etienne. Come on now. Kellen Moore is gonna get New Orleans right, man. Gonna get him right. Now we're working on the offensive line and get a replacement for Cam Jordan. Cause he's old. Cam Jordan's old, man. So I mean, find a replacement for that. But Jordan Tyson, the only I thought this was the best wide receiver in the draft for me out of Arizona State. He was the best wide receiver for me. He's 6'2.5", can play the slot or the X or the Z. What more can you ask for? And he's over there, Chris Olave. That's 2 weapons over there. 3 weapons over there that Tyler Schultz and Kellen Moore can play with, man. Pause. But come on now, man. The Saints looking to come back. Now I think if the Saints can get a corner out this draft, which some good corners fell. Get a corner defensive ends and some linemen. That's a perfect draft for them, man. That's a perfect draft for them. So, congrats to the Saints. They got the best wide receiver in the draft. Hopefully, the only concerns with him was his health-wise. He's been injured a lot in college. But if he can stay healthy, he's a true number 1. He's a true number 1. I would have took him over Cornell Tate. For sure. I'm taking over Cornell Tate. Now, we're going to the Browns. Remember the Browns traded back with Kansas City. So I mean, they picked up offensive lineman. That's a good pickup. They need offensive linemen because they still don't know who the quarterback going to be. So they need somebody who's going to protect whoever they're going to have at the helm. You remember the Deshaun Watson's coming back, and they still got Shador trying to fight for that starting spot. So I mean, hey, they need an needed an offensive line, and hey, I don't mind the pick. You can't go wrong with an offensive lineman, man. Especially, you're supposed to build your team from the foundation. The foundation is the offensive lineman. The line, man. The offensive line and defensive line. So therefore, hey, I don't mind the pick. I like the pick. I think this is the best. They say this is the best offensive lineman in the draft, period. At that. So I mean, hey, I love the pick. Love the pick. New York Giants. Then they go offensive lineman. I love the pick. Big boy out of Miami. Big boy. The draft game must see, but I don't want. They need somebody to protect. Need somebody to protect my boy Jackson Dart. Jackson Dart need to learn how to slide. And if Jackson Dart learn how to slide and get time to throw that ball, and he can make every throw on the field, the Giants gonna be all right. Now the Giants can work on getting another weapon over there for Jackson Dart. Because they are gonna get another weapon, because they did lose on Wando Robinson, and they got Malik Neighbors coming back this year, and they got the running back Hammer here. I forgot his name, coming back. So, but they also need another running back as well. So the Giants are building right for me. They building just right. I love it. I love it. I love it. So I gave both of their grades an A and a B. Now Cowboys on the clock at 11. They got a top 5 player in Army Swiss Knife and Caleb Downs. Caleb Downs' brother, Josh Downs, do play for the coach, wide receiver, starting wide receiver. And Caleb Downs is probably compared to like a Derwin James type player or Kyle Hamilton. Just not as big as a Kyle Hamilton and a Derwin James. But he do got nice size. He's 6 foot, 5'11", 6 foot. Ran by like 205. Not scared to tackle. I love the pick. I love this pick, man. And honestly, he might be the best safety in the draft. Some would say the boy from Oregon is the best safety in the draft, but I beg to differ. This boy is serious, man. He can hit, he can cover, he got the speed, he come down in the box on you. Yeah, he's like that. He's like that. They needed a safety, man. Now the only gripe they got with his weakness is basically he need to be more consistent with his tackling. He do miss tackles a lot here and there, So he might be overly aggressive. He might not take the wrong. He might be taking the wrong angle sometimes. So I mean, but hey, that could be all worked on. Tackling is a learn. It's a learned thing, like a learned ability. So therefore, hey. So I mean, I feel like all that's gonna be cool. He's gonna be cool by the time the season comes. He got one of our old he got the Eagles the defensive back coach as defensive coordinator. So we're gonna see how he does over there for his first job as a defensive coordinator. And next we go to Miami. Remember Miami went on a fire sale. This off season. They sold everybody, man. Went on a straight yard sale. They said, cool, you're going. Hey, everybody, hey, how y'all doing? Sorry, I'm just sitting here rambling. But everybody's came in, please like and subscribe. On the road to 200 subs. I'm doing a recap of last night NFL draft. But how y'all doing? Like and subscribe for your boy, please. But Miami went on that nice little fire sale off season, and they went offensive tackle. They traded back with the Cowboys, like one spot. So therefore, hey, they got like probably the third. Some people say probably the second or third best offensive tackle in the draft. And Caden Proctor, big boy, 6'6" out of Alabama, big boy, man. But they got a letter grade of an F. I'm trying to figure out why, but the only weakness is, man, got the weakness is that they worried about inconsistent technique, body positioning in both phases, too many easy losses in pass protection, and too often unbalanced in the run game. Ooh. So he got some things to work on. Crazy part is some analysts say they thought he's going to fall to second round, but I mean, Miami is on a rebuild. And like I said, I don't mind these weaknesses, because these weaknesses are all learned. They can be learned. They can be, what I'm saying? He can practice on those, getting better. So I don't mind the pick. Like I said, they're on the rebuild anyway. They're on the rebuild. They're not looking to win now. Now this is the pick down. Like, I ain't gonna lie. 13 Los Angeles Rams. They got Ty Simpson out of Alabama. See, I wouldn't mind this pick if this is for a team like that needed a quarterback. Now we're not saying now am I saying that the Rams don't need a quarterback? No, I ain't saying that, but I feel like they could have waited later in the rounds to find like a more, because didn't they draft the quarterback last year? Now did he not? He must not show them that he can probably take over after Matthew Stafford. But I don't like this pick by him. They got a quarterback. I feel like they needed a corner. They needed a corner. Hey, they felt like Ty Simpson was the guy they wanted. I don't like the pick. Sorry. Baltimore Ravens. They got the best guard, period guard, in the draft out of Penn State. What they call my man? He out of Penn State, the best guard out of Penn State. I can't say that boy's name. Sorry, I don't want to butcher his man's name. I forgot what they call him for short. So, but they went and got the best guard in the draft, and it's a good pick because their guard was a weak spot for them last year. It was terrible. So, hey, I love the pick. Love the pick. They got a need. Next, we got Tampa Bay at 15. They got an edge rusher, Ruben Bang. Now, Ruben Bang, it was a dominating specimen last year in college football. Even when people talk about his short arms, nobody cares about that, man. He got the technique, he got the power, he got the ability to be a dominant force in the NFL. I'm a big fan of Ruben Bang, and this is a good pickup for them for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They needed an edge rusher, and that's what they got. He's gonna prove everybody wrong, like he said. He's gonna prove everybody wrong, saying that what they said about him, man. They saying that they like the size. They saying it can be some try to say he can't do this on the NFL level. He about to prove them wrong. So next, hey, congrats to Ruben Bang. He told y'all what it was last night too, man. He didn't even take a picture. Next, we got the New York Jets. They got Kenyon Sadiq. That's not a surprise. That's not a surprise. Kenyon Sadiq got the best tight end in the draft. He's been very highly compared to Vernon Davis. Vernon Davis. If y'all haven't been living under the rock, Kenyon Sadiq had in a 4.3 40. He's built like a wide receiver, so he cannot be covered by linebackers. And you're not gonna be wide receivers. You gotta be able to keep up with this man. So they're gonna have to work at this boy. Is strong. He's strong and fast. That's a crazy combination. The only weakness he got, they said, he don't got a tight end frame. Must improve route running and but he relies on his solely gifted natural talent too much, pretty much. All that can be worked on, man. Not worried about that. He can get, if they really want him to gain a little bit, put a little bit of muscle on, put a little bit of mass on his body, they're gonna get him right. It's NFL. We today's time, we in 2026. You can add size and stuff like that. Very good ways of doing that. But I like the pick by the New York Jets. Next we got Detroit Lions. They went safe. They need an O-line. They know that they had O-line problems last year, and they went Blake Miller out of Clemson. I like Blake Miller too as well. And they got letter grade to B. Blake Miller's he tends to play with high pass, lateral movement is suspect. So we got to work on that. He definitely that lateral movement in the NFL, especially playing offensive line, playing the offensive tackle spot. They definitely need that. Definitely need that. Let's move very along. I'm at work now, so I'm trying to move along very fast. Next we got Minnesota Vikings. They went defensive tackle. Now this is another reach I didn't like. He wasn't slated to go first round, but he got foot problems, and usually big guys with foot problems do not mix. Big guys with foot problems do not mix, man. But he's a monster. He's a monster of a man. He's a monster, man. When healthy, he probably can. They compare him to Chris Jones, but he got foot problems at the size he's at, man. He like 6'6", weighing over 200 and something pounds. That's never good for a big guy. So can he stay healthy long enough to have a great career? That's what we're banking on. So but I didn't like the pick. I think that was a kind of a reach from Minnesota. But hey, you know what y'all say y'all need it? It is what it is. But he's very inconsistent in hand usage as well. So being his size and you don't like using your hands that much, we got a problem. You're not gonna need those violent hands in the NFL. Those are definitely needed. So hopefully, hopefully, I'm hoping and praying. I'm hoping and praying like this guy is pan out to be somebody great, because the Minnesota Vikings most definitely reach for my mans. It's a big time reach. So let's move right along real fast. Let's move right along if I get in this job. What was that? 18. Shit, my phone. Sorry guys. Now we got, oh yeah, we at 19. Carolina Panthers. They went O-line as well. Safe pick the O-line to protect Bryce Young. We're gonna see if Bryce Young can go off last year's run. So I mean, he had a good second half of the year last year. So I mean, you know, hey, I don't mind the pick need protection out of Georgia. I believe it's a pick that we wanted as well, but he didn't make it there. But at number 20, we did move up in the draft. We traded places with the Cowboys. We was 23. Now the Cowboys got 23. We got 20. We moved up to get Mekhi Lemon. Now we already know why this pick is made. AJ Brown is gone. I like Mekhi Lemon. Like I said, I had him as the third best wide receiver. The only weakness that he got is relative to experience. Despite 31 starts over the last 3 years, he inconsistent technique in all areas. He can improve play strength. That's not bad. It's all learned. He can learn about, say, he's 5'11", 6 foot. He's a hands catching wide receiver, which I love. Catch everything with his hands, and that's what I like about wide receivers. Like I had this argument with somebody last year, and like they tried to tell me that it's good that some wide receivers catch you with the chest. No, it's never good. Sorry. Only in certain situations. Sorry, I was a wide receiver, so you're not gonna say and tell me I was taught to catch with my hands. But I like this. I like this move. His 40 time does not really mean nothing to me, because when I see this man in game time speed, he got amazing breakaway speed when that ball is in his hand. He's very shifty, and he could be a punt returner, kickoff returner. So I mean, hey, I love the pick. Next, I lost to the Rams. Rams picked the other Miami Hurricane edge rusher, Hakeem Mesidor. I love him. Some say he was right under Ruben Bain as like probably one of the best edge rushers in college football. I love that pick for them. So then we got 23. Dallas Cowboys pick edge rusher Mekhi Lawrence. I like Mekhi Lawrence out of I think he played at UCF. He's definitely a top 5. He's gonna damn, the Cowboys got some players, man. The Cowboys doing whatever they can to help out their new defensive coordinator out. I like the pick. We on the 24. Sorry, I'm trying to hurry up. Where we at? 24. The Browns pick got a guy obviously Casey Concepcion. A lot of people had Casey Concepcion as top 2 receiver. A lot of analysts say he was top 2 to them, but I mean, he's a smaller frame though. He's like 5'10" The Browns could use him, no doubt. Chicago Bears at 25. They picked the safety out of Oregon, Dylan Thurman, whatever. They had them. Some say he second best safety in the league. He's I like him. I wanted him for us though, but I said the only weakness they got for him is inconsistent angles, and he's not very physical when tackling. I mean, could be worked on. I like him though, and could be overly aggressive. So I mean, hey, like I said, all that can be worked on in the league. We in the NFL now, so he's gonna get trained by some of the best guys. Houston Texans got outside linebacker. No, offensive lineman. Offensive tackle out of Georgia Tech. No problem. They definitely need to protect CJ Stroud, because I'm about to say we need to figure out how CJ Stroud can regain that magic from rookie season. We have not seen it since. Man. Miami Dolphins had another pick in the first round. They got Chris Johnson out of San Diego State, cornerback. He's definitely a top 3 cornerback, they say. Don't mind the pick. Weakness, he's not that big or the longest or more physical option. He lacks size pretty much. That's cool. We'll find out. New England Patriots got offensive lineman. They need to pick Drake. He need to protect Drake May. No problem with the pick. Never go wrong with offensive lineman. Kansas City Chiefs was back in the first round. They got a defensive lineman, Peter Woods, out of Clemson. That's a big boy. I don't like the pick though. Kansas City Chiefs, but hey, I trust Howie Roseman. New York Jets had another pick. In the first round. They got Amari Cooper Jones out of Indiana. Don't mind the pick. Don't mind a pick. And he's an NCAA champion. That's a good pickup for them. Need a wide receiver to be on the other side of Garrett Wilson, and they got Cameron Sadiq. Oh yeah, New Jets. Hopefully they can get out that curse, man. 31. Tennessee Titans again. Defensive line. Kendrick Fulton, folks, out of Auburn. I like the pick. Now that's a good pick for them. Now finally, last pick. We got Seattle Seahawks, the champions. They got the running back out of Notre Dame, the second string running back. Love the pick. Hey, but it's your boy TLH, man. Hey, I'm gonna get back at y'all later on, man. Time to get to work. Peace.